Hey guys, what is up? Rabbit Retrospect Games here, and today I'm going to be bringing you Scanner Sombre. This is from the creators of Prison Architect at Introversion Software. They were kind enough to offer us a sponsorship opportunity with this game, so I took a look at it and decided to go with it because I do think this is actually a pretty interesting game. I can't think of anything like it off the top of my head. And pretty much what you're going to be doing in this game is you start at the bottom of a cave system, and your only means of navigation is to use the scanner you have, and the scanner only illuminates pinpoints of light. So you have to explore by using these little tiny pinpoints of light throughout the entire game. And it's actually pretty well done, I gotta say. I can't think of another game that has a navigation tool like this, which is why I was interested in it. I was curious to see what they would do with the whole, you know, in typical horror-ish type games, a lot of times they'll give you a flashlight to illuminate your pathway. But this, you have to kind of, you get these little just Dippin' Dots of light that are illuminated on the wall, and you have to manually scan everything. And they did a really good job with it. I was actually really surprised with it. It's horror-ish, which I liked. It's not full-blown horror, but it's got horror-like elements as you explore the cave system. And they did a pretty good job with it. But, yeah, we haven't done a commentary series in a bit. I've been in the process of moving. So this was just really good timing. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was a pretty enjoyable game. If you're interested, we have a link at the bottom. It certainly helps out our channel if you go check out their game, and I do recommend it. So yeah, with that said, let's get the video series started, and I hope you enjoy. We'll also have a full game and a full no commentary walkthrough. So yeah, all the usual stuff, and I hope you all have a great day and enjoy the video series. Alright, so we've just kind of been dropped into the middle of things. Also, forgive if any big picture mode, the only way I could get this, I'm still working on my display setup, so I had to launch this in big picture mode for the HDMI switcher box to be able to recognize it with the Elgato, so apologies if there's any big picture mode things popping up. We got tape. I'm assuming that's our family. Oh, we can zoom in that way. Ooh. I really like this visual. One of the reasons I kind of went with, you know, playing this game was because I liked the idea it had as far as, like, being able to scan the environment and create a sort of, I guess, you know, you're discovering the environment through this scanner, and it's, I like that, like, I don't know, it's neat. It's a different way of kind of exploring, I suppose you'd say. I don't think I can think of another game off the top of my head that has this kind of visual style to it, as far as like the Dippin' Dot light show we've got going on here. No, I don't think I can think of another game that has, Normally I can think of something, but no, not in this case. Cave exploring, sure, but not exactly this. Now, if narcosis has taught me anything, it's that give up all hope. You'll die alone. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you, but it's a very good possibility. Oh, wow, that's actually... I like this. You can actually see all the way back there, you know, where you've been. I was actually kind of worried for a second here. It might be a little bit difficult to explore simply because you kind of get lost in the maze of Dippin' Dots here, but... Oh, I like this. If this turns into The Descent, though, I'm out of here. I saw that movie. And the sequel. I'll never understand why certain horror movies get sequels. That's like those Children of the Corn movies. There's like 12 of them. Well, 10 in the original series, and then a reboot and a sequel to the reboot. Yeah, I really like this. Or the visual style, I should say. I'm not going to comment on the plot. I've not really seen it yet. Now, what do we got here? What are these scanners doing? They don't look like they're going to kill me. So that's at least a positive note, I guess. Take a step. Ooh, here we go. Aperture control, use the mouse wheel or QE to change. Okay, so we can choose between a widespread pulse or something more precise to get more details. Need to figure out where we need to go. We've got going on here. Say the widespread will probably be the one I use the most here, just so we can get kind of a barometer of where we're going. Got going on in here. You know, I'm really glad they came up with that right there, because I would probably be lost otherwise. Or rather, it would be easy to get lost. Make sure we don't fall to our death. Generally, something you want to avoid. Unless you're like playing a platformer from the early 2000s, in which case it's unavoidable. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to go back there, but I just want to check that cave here. I don't know if there's going to be any collectibles or anything like that. I don't think they'd have collectibles in a type of game like this, because it would be utterly maddening to try to find them all. Okay, we can't make the bridge. Okay, we were going the right way. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, up here. I just want to kind of make sure I don't plummet to my death. See, that's not good. Again, what good in any video game has exploring a cave ever brought? Seriously, it's always pain and suffering. They never did iron out all the glitches. Sometimes you see sensors echo for days, earlier calibrations turn to ghost. Oh, that is a slight problem. That would be like using a flashlight and then turning it on, and then the ghost of your grandmother appears in the kitchen. Okay, so I was going the right way. Just messed up on a jump there. We might do a live stream of this too. I don't know. I just got, one of the reasons I've not done anything like that is I've been moving, so this is the first game I've got to play on a computer properly in quite a bit. I got to be honest. Get that widespread going. That's all I need is getting lost in a cave system. I'm trying to think if there's any game this reminds me of. If it was just the cave system, probably about every horror game ever made. But right now, I'm getting more of the, I don't know what kind of, like, if this is going to be, like, full-out horror or what exactly we're going to be getting as we play it. I've been walking into this kind of blind. But right now, I'm getting that kind of Narcosis vibe. I don't know if any of you all played Narcosis. That was a game that came out very recently. Pretty solid horror game. Apart from the fact that they tried to make giant crabs an enemy. Or something to be afraid of. And crabs just are inherently not scary. Okay, so... I almost want to try a running jump. You know what this actually reminds me of? Back in, like, the days when I first had a computer, or when I rarely could use a computer, I'd open up Paint and just, like, use the spray paint tool and just do all that fun stuff. That's actually what this kind of reminds me of. Yeah, I see that right there. We've got that. I'm just trying to think of how we get over there without careening to our death. Could I make a running jump? Alright, so... yeah, I just spent... you'll notice a little edit there. I spent an inhuman amount of time trying to make the jump. When the simple solution was to go left. So, yeah, I should have just... oh, okay. Not... okay, that was a thing that... okay, what is that? Is that like a... is that like a person falling? Kind of look like the silhouette of a person falling. Trying to see if we can't get it. I guess not. Oh well. Continue onward, I suppose. I'm really going to have to go through my Steam Big Picture mode to fix that. Shame you can't, I couldn't figure out how to get it to display to certain monitors. Yes, I did screw up that jump. That's why there's an edit. So yeah, I just screwed up like twice rapidly. I was making comments like, yeah, you know, I bet it would be pretty easy to fall to your death, and then I like moved about an inch too far and fell to my death. So the prophecy came true. But it looks like the scanner is going to be catching silhouettes of the ghosts. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be encountering any lethal variations or what have you, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. We could really use something to scan a larger area, to be honest. Because it's getting a little bit difficult to navigate. Or to scan all this, I should say. Not really navigate, just like scanning everything to make sure you don't like fall to your death or something. Oh, speak of the devil. Well, that's nice.